I want to go back to my people of the Americas. Because then I'll be the smartest person there.
Alright. You assume much.
Hey, at least our education system works somewhat.
Well, I think I've played enough D&D with you to know that you would be the wisest. Yeah, mister, I'm gonna walk off into the woods by myself without armor or weapons.
That was fun.
Hey, in his defense,
No.
Cram did the exact same thing, but for herbs. In Curse of Strahd.
Yes, I was doing it for the party. He was doing it just because.
Train.
You gotta be careful with the herbs and Strahd, though, because even the grass will kill you.
Yeah, that is very much true.
Ever heard of blood grass?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just literally
now.
just walked outside the village. Like, I could clearly be seen from where I am, and I was just training.
And then he still got fucked by some crazy shit that popped out of the woods.
Oh, no.
I think I'm going to ask my aunt to take me to the non-emergency hospital when this is over.
Yeah, because I really wasn't expecting the super soldier with the anti-tank rifle.
You should have.
Whose game was this?
Seekers.
Ikaru.
Then yeah, you should have expected that kind of shit to happen.
Well, this was at the start of the game.
Well,
This was a
Still,
very
should have
long
expected
time
that.
ago now.
It's not because of how early or late in the game it was. It was because it's you DMing.
exactly.
Well, I tried to throw some surprises in for you to keep it fun.
I don't think. And I don't know. Anti-tank rifle seems a bit much, though.
They didn't get hit by it.
My armor. I didn't really have any. I did have like a couple of my weapons.
Well, the thing is, they didn't get.
But anyway, let's.
Yeah.
The thing is, they didn't actually get attacked. They went
Anyway.
out and they met a thing what said, "Oh, you lost," and then took him home. You nearly got.
D&D time.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You just go on now.
let's see. Last time, you successfully defended the harbor against the very scary orange dragon.
Yeah, that said hello.
One of these days, one of those fuckers is going to get a freaking iron. One of those freaking rods. I will have my freaking immovable rod insertion.
You have to get inside
Okay,
of
don't
it.
talk about your kinks.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with kinks. You guys just make it about kinks. Besides, the thing is that I do have means to get inside Cram. I have the ghost step tattoo, which allows me to move through creatures and objects.
Ah, very good, very good.
Doesn't stop you from, was it getting stuck in them though?
Yeah, it does.
Can't get stuck
It
in the
lasts
drop
for a
things.
minute.
Yeah, it actually
forced out.
the ability of the feature actually.
Oh yeah, I meant, can you drop things while in it?
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
you just cannot
Okay.
end your turn inside another creature or solid object because it will actually force you out if you do, and you'll take damage. But anyway, after yeah, even for a young dragon, orange dragons are pretty tough. The one of the balancing kind of payoffs, drawbacks to them is that its breath weapon doesn't get much stronger as it ages.
Mm.
It starts strong and stays strong, and doesn't really go up by much. Like
So it's
I can
a glass
I
cannon dragon.
kinda. Like I can assure you that the damage die for going from young to adult only goes up by 1 damage die.
Ooh.
That's still a lot of damage potential.
Yeah, like favorable conditions. Yeah, you saw how much it was doing. But you successfully took it down, and you captured those cultists who were handed off for interrogation. Prisoner of
Kaku
war.
vaporized the one that took his sword and
Yeah.
Yes, we remember.
He took your sword, and you took that personally.
I took it personally as an insult. Then I stabbed him.
I took exception to that.
And now he's dead.
Oh, hey, I can become Ikaru.
Oh no, he's multiplying!
No.
More.
I'm putting a stop to this right now. Pulls out sword.
You're just like, you're never alive!
It's like a Hydra. When you cut one of them, it just spawns another.
Ikut slits his own throat to make more.
It's just the Lobo principle.
Oh God, no.
You guys know who Lobo is?
Yes.
You bastard.
You fucking bastard.
Gender fluent insult.
You're not a bastard or a bitch. You're a bastard.
Anyway,
So the after basically hauling that corpse back into the wall. It being a young dragon, you're able to kind of quickly like get enough soldiers drag it back in. So that's
one thing I would want to make Rodor would ask Merlin to make sure that there wasn't any diseases planted into any of these into the bodies of this dragon or anything, so it wouldn't cause like anything inside the walls. But other than that, biological warfare, that sort of thing.
can make a medicine check.
You get into the game. 20. Again, let me log in. Hello.
Hello.
Medicine.
I'm working on it. She is loading.
Look at that fat bird.
It is Tubbs' ultimate form.
Oh dear.
What?
I should have said I assisted.
I think it would be obvious that we would be assisting, though.
Yeah,
This is
I'll take the implied assistance for the 18
So we don't start off the game with a net 1.
because you would at least have like enough like suspicion to like given like the enemy.
Yeah.
like
Even though it's
heck,
the enemy and who the enemy is, everything is sus. So
heck, I'm even like suspicious of killing this bitch outright because think about it. If we don't kill her, she wins. If we kill her, she also wins because she starts a fucking plague.
Though if she does die, her body will make great fertilizer.
Here's the thing. What if she's already claimed the plague throne?
probably would have seen
Then
a
she
lot
wouldn't be here.
larger results.
I will at least give you. She hasn't claimed the plague throne yet. That's kind of the goal of like her overarching plans. At least one of them. But that's that she has not attained that yet.
Luckily.
She's still got some scary power though. Like, 'cause she's not an archdruid, but she's damn near that level.
Dead green dragon's body can even grow Feywild plant.
It grows wild and poisonous plants, but the thing is that if she has any powers of like say a circle of decay, which I'm assuming she is, or some sort of druid of that nature, maybe circle of spores, something like that, she could potentially cause a plague of some kind. But that's just me making theories and possibly fun suggestions to Shadow, because it's like all of this is a game to her.
You know
She doesn't
what?
want to die, but she has one hell of a retribution plan.
I'm just gonna say this. From what Abyss has just said, I feel like this is what's going to immediately happen once we kill her.
Explosion.
No, look in the Lapis chat.
Last of Us. fucking cordyceps virus.
More like Scarlet Rot from Elden Ring.
Blend.
Dear God, no.
No, make it blend the two.
Oh,
Ugh.
You're evil.
Yeah, no, you have scarlet rot zombies.
well, we kind of already have those in Elden Ring, but anyway, back to Merlin,
but now just imagine that though, but with clickers.
Oh God.
But with an 18, it would it does not seem that the orange dragon corpse is contaminated with any disease.
The meat is not tainted. Good.
Yeah, you'd probably get the you'd probably kind of get the sense of like that's kind of that might be like a punishment type of thing for disobedience.
In that case, Rodor is going to be like, well, can't let all this meat go to waste. Cook it.
Yeah.
Give it to the soldiers.
I'll say
Probably not Kaku, because that would probably be cannibalism. But yeah.
I just want to eat blue dragons.
the orange dragon meat kind of has like a
Salty.
not,
Cured taste?
not so salty. It's kind of like a
Cured?
The word that comes
That's
the word that comes to mind is like Cajun.
Ooh.
So it's spicy,
Spicy.
but not red dragon spicy.
I just won't eat blue dragons.
Yeah. If like a kind of more tropical makes sense to you at in any way, that's kind of what I'm thinking, like tropical.
Oh god, it's Jamaican.
Yeah, I was thinking like Caribbean styles.
We ever meet an orange dragon, it now has to have the Jamaican accent. And worship.
What you doing, man?
It
What you
worships-
doing in my cave, man?
Yeah, because fun thing, or they like to live in jungles.
He's living in a pot.
Oh, then that makes sense why she has orange dragons in her ranks. Because
Yep,
greens do too.
Yep, they like to live in jungles, and
Forests.
they're actually very intelligent.
Oh,
They're
equivalent to green or not quite?
like on par.
Oh,
They're very very brutal and tactical.
oh dear.
Like, whereas green dragons are
yeah.
conniving bastards, these guys are more the brutes.
No, it's like you can get by the nature of their breath that with its delayed effect, they are amazing at if they can set up ambushes.
Oh, they're tacticians. Would that be correct?
Yeah. Like you can probably gauge that. Oh yeah, there was some solid tactical use of controlling the weather to make it make everything wet and covered in water with rain, and with their liquid sodium breath.
That's
Because sodium goes boom when it makes contact with water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chemistry! Fuck yeah!
God, if this was Snow's new character, the alchemist, oh, I bet he'd love getting that breath
Oh,
land.
bro, you have no idea the amount of war crimes I would commit.
He makes an upgraded freaking alchemy fire. Ooh, actually?
Delayed alchemy fire explosion.
No, just upgraded alchemist fire.
Yeah.
Ooh, you say that that makes me think it's one of those bottles with two bottles in it.
If he could put that together in his head, do you know what he would be doing?
He
More
would be
war
putting...
crimes?
No, he would be adding that to his flamethrower.
Exactly.
Napalm.
What kinds?
Exploding napalm.
Yes. It would basically make a slug for the the fucking flamethrower.
Okay, so it's kind of here's an expensive creation.
Oh, expensive as fuck.
A barrel. Take a barrel, fill it with water, and have at the bottom of a barrel a glyph of warding that's storing the creation spell, and set to whatever trigger you want. It will cast and create as big a chunk as it can inside the barrel of raw sodium.
You know what? Hey, Snow, I'm gonna ask this. Could that be something that Lavana's father could have taught her?
That's probably not something your
War
hospital...
wizard.
It's pretty.
War
It's,
wizard.
it requires the use of I think up to 5th level spells to pull off.
Okay.
The whole thing that my argument against that seems to be more the Empire shtick, because they're more expansionist than Jorhas.
You're right.
And
You're right.
And
That's also not something that he himself would personally be developing. That might be something that someone else.
More of a Volkstrucker would do.
That, or one of Roman's folks.
I feel like it's something that a goblin would do, though.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely. There have been many goblins that have died attempting this greatness. Multiple craters.
I can see. Do you know who would
With paper
definitely
bottom.
use it though? The children of malice,
Oh,
like
definitely.
suicide bombers.
That's
They
basi-
worship the Spider Queen.
that-
Of
that-
course they would.
That's basically what those water elementals were used as with the orange dragon.
God. Anyway,
Anyway,
sorry to distract.
but you're able to get that back in. I'm assuming you bring that corpse. This guy, like, your kill, your trophy. You bring it back to the tavern.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Because
I can make-
this is a new color of dragon to add to the collection, apparently.
Get
I'm making socks
the
out of
trophy room.
it.
get the syringes for blood.
I'm taking the skeleton.
But fine, I get the scales for armor, along with some of the scales for Verval. Then
A barbarian with armor? Well,
yes,
I did
you
see
can.
one.
just because it's that does I can't. It doesn't mean I can't make clothes made out of the scales to give me the same
Hon-
There
benefit.
you go.
Honestly, here's the thing. For barbarians
sense.
wearing armor, I say if it doesn't raise your AC by 1 or more, it's not worth it unless the armor is magical and gives you like some kind of a buff, like armor of fire resistance, for example.
Would this be explosion resistance?
No, it would be fire.
It'd
be fire.
be fire resistance because it's not your typical fire that you're used to with like red and gold and whatever dragons, but it is it is fire in terms of like what you're taking. It's just not like a actual flame.
Well, I get the Draconomicon and look for that page and show it to Merlin for dissection reasons, giving the help action.
Yeah. So yeah, you can toss out a survival to see how well you carve away at it. You can get guidance too, as you're basically reading the entry on the orange dragons.
Just gonna make
I
my
was
own
about to-
survival check.
I was about to say Hina gives bardic inspiration, but nah.
Yeah, you can because you're bringing it back to the tavern to do it while you take.
You know what, then?
Rest.
You know what then? Yeah, let's see if we can't get a 30.
What's her? Is it a D8?
Yes.
She's level 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a D8 still at that point.
That's a 29.
29.
Close. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
In that case, I'm not even going to bother.
Alright. So,
Hey Merlin, I can help. Oh, never mind. You got it covered.
I'll say. $5,000 5,000 gold worth of dragon parts.
Here's my question, Shadow. In order for, like, say for example, I know, is there a thing is it Pathfinder and D&D where barbarians can't rage in heavy armor?
Definitely not
Pathfinder.
D&D. Here's
It's
the thing,
It has to be Pathfinder because I remember barbarian wearing.
Barbarians don't have heavy armor proficiency. But they can wear half plate because half plate is medium armor.
Right. Jeez.
I believe it was Lanny's Zealot Barbarian.
Oh yeah,
who I remember.
Here's another time when it's actually more beneficial for the barbarian to wear armor if you use point buy, and because you might have like an armor class of 15 at most. So if you can get higher, than armor,
it's better to just go with armor. So with the combined scales of Verval and this fucker, how much would I be able to, like, what kind of armor would I be able to make?
Hold on, won't those colors clash?
No, actually, they wouldn't. Green makes
Orange
a good
and black?
accent.
Green and orange?
Green and
Before was green.
green. Yeah.
green and orange kind of gives me like toxic vibes.
Like,
Yeah.
it depends on which is the primary and which is the secondary.
I feel like if you go either way, it goes from toxic to radioactive.
Oh God!
You're gonna get one or the other.
Oh no!
Depends on the role, and I'm not asking for resistance from both poison or freaking fire damage.
Rotor's gonna go even more into the Hulk route.
Yeah, I want to get more resistances to different damage types, because if I can like be a defensive bulwark against bullshit, that's just fucking funny.
But I will say, like, as you're kind of going over this corpse, you do and the now that you don't have the hectic nature of combat to actually get a good look of like what this dragon like looked like. You can see it actually had like some it had patterns in its scales where they would have like where some of their scales had turned green for being under the dominion of a more powerful green dragon.
Well, that would look sick on armor. Nice pattern there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a neat little thing about dragons is that if a younger dragon lives in the domain of an older dragon long enough of a different color, if they're basically subservient and whatnot, their scales can kind of change to like kind of signal that.
It's not necessarily an attunement, but
it's kind of like it's just like how dragons, like powerful dragons, affect the terrain around them, the world around them. That like how like any dragon's lair is like drastically warped to based depending on the type of dragon that lives in that area. Because dragons are so inherently magical that they are all considered sorcerers in the sense that they're all inherently magical, but not all of them can necessarily cast spells.
Basically, they have the magical power, doesn't mean that they can actually
do that
lean into it.
And gods forbid if they get like a elemental gem embedded in them, like Thordak had.
Oh yeah, and like with Magicite in this game, oh yeah, that's actually pretty common for like older dragons to like collect in their hordes.
Are they less insane than Thordak was though? Because he was going mad.
Well, he had a literal soul anchor, something that was originally from the elemental plane of fire. It literally in him that's what made him go crazy. He had something foreign from a different plane literally living inside of him, changing him from a dragon into something else.
Yeah, he was basically under like some sort of mutation process.
Yeah, he was starting to mutate from a dragon into whatever a dragon and a fire elemental would become.
Think of it kind of like how, like shadow dragons happen if a dragon stays in the Shadowfell too long.
Yeah.
So it's like he's turning into a literal fire drake, like a dragon made out of pure fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like him just existing there, kind of like made a volcano in a place that didn't originally have a volcano.
Yeah.
No, that's drastic change.
And now, wait, here's my question: was it there was an animation where he shows up and he destroys a city? Which city was that?
It was Amon.
Amon.
Yeah. By the way, like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because
But-
I actually watched that episode today.
I haven't, but anyway, that's just kind of.
I accidentally spoiled something for Abyss later.
But yeah, so they do have some nice green scale patterns amongst the orange scales, which looks pretty look really nice on it, kind of like striping patterns.
So, how would that look with a green color? Do any of these dragons have like feather-like appendages? Just out of curiosity.
Literally looked at my mic when you asked that.
Or scales that have the appearance of feathers, like crests or anything.
Not so much. It's on a like it's a like an occasional thing like a dragon can have like hair or feathers.
Right, then I'll have to get something else.
Yeah, that's more of like a rare occasion, and usually if it's like by the dragon's choice sometimes.
Chromatic armor that's when every rest you get to switch a resistance to a type of element. That would be interesting.
Something to ponder. But after carving away and collecting the parts, pondering the commission for another plaque to mount another head.
I will have their whole family.
Sounds like more you're trying to get like a specimen of each frickin' color.
No.
Well, we don't know what kinds of dragons that she has under her thrall. She might even have
yeah,
a couple
she-
of blues.
Here's the thing: the Blighted Queen collection is a must-have. The other colors are just bonus points.
It's the same. Yay! I killed more of your family.
Oh god, I took my pill. Tried to take my pills. My gag reflex.
Huh.
Drink some water with it, my dude.
Aqua.
I have to retake what I just took because it's now in trash.
Anyway, going on to the next thing, and after we carve this person up, Elaine is probably is that right? That's right, yeah.
Elise.
Eileen.
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 Okay. The name is Eileen, but it starts with the letter A.
So he's going to go. Rodor's going to go to Eileen and drop off some more things. Okay, how many resistance-based things does that make now? Like creatures that are resistant to certain elements that we've dropped off here. I know we're in the middle of a war, but something I just want to keep track of what we have.
I think
Should be in the Aliens Workshop tab on the party inventory stuff in Roll20.
Yeah, that should be the list. Of
Red Shadow Dragon, green, and now orange.
There's a lot of fire resistance. There's some.
Oh. I don't think we didn't. Wait, did we kill that gold one, or did it get away?
Well, that's still fire resistance. Rodor is looking for something that resists, like, a little bit of... He's looking for resistance for every single...
You never fought a gold.
Oh,
No,
right, that was
one
a
what tried to
possibility
run
in those
with
ruins.
blue.
You fought a green, that, a young green dragon.
Yeah, never mind. I was told that was a possibility from... Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, it was a possibility that you could have, I think I was just talking about like the random encounter list in Xanathar's is like you have a chance to just run into a green dragon, just walking through the forest. And I did, and
that makes...
and that was on my list of possibilities that I narrowed down.
So that means we have the
Red Shadow Dragon, which will give you resistance to fire and necrotic, and probably green and orange.
Well, the orange would give resistance to fire, but I could use the Shadow Dragon for necrotic.
Mm-hmm. So if you were to mix any of those dragons, I would say the red and green.
Well, the thing is that he wants to mix all of it. He's literally.
I don't think Shadow's going to give you something to give you resistance to all the elements.
It's not going to be Here's the thing: the idea is to get not everything at once. It's something that I can manually change.
Yeah, it doesn't give you every resistance at once, mate. It literally, you can just switch out your resistances. Long rest, right?
Long rest probably long rest.
I feel like it would also be fun to kind of instead go the direction of armor where it has charges and like whenever you get hit you can spend a charge and it just the area around you explodes.
Well, that
sounds like something that Kobold made.
Well, here's the thing. One thing that it could also do is that when he spends a charge, it explodes in whatever element that he is attuned to.
If we get armor that explodes, we're giving it to Ikaru, I think.
Well,
no,
Ikaru already has a bunch of armor and stuff, and I don't have that much in me.
And I rather keep. Yeah, I rather him have it anyway because I have barrier plate.
And I have the means to tank that.
For
damage.
me, only thing I would want now is just a more barrier plate, more points, more uses. Because oh god, I go through that quickly.
Yeah.
But in the big fights, I go through that quick because I actually don't have that much health. I just have a lot of AC.
Yeah, you gotta eat your veggies, get some more constitution there, my dude.
Well, I actually don't even have that high in ridiculous AC because I don't have fucking faux hammer AC. I just have 23 I think is my highest. Let me check.
Well, that you need to go like with all the buffs you have. Like, what does Shield of Faith give you?
Yeah, I'm talking about just base.
Base? You have
Shield of Faith gives me an extra 2, but I have to do concentration.
Well, sometimes that's enough, because if they can't freaking hit you, then you can just sit underneath them and just blast them. Anyway,
Oh yeah, Shield of Faith gives me 3.
Oh, so you're at 21.
Yeah, with my tower shield.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, the one of the things that the city mages are maintaining is this magical barrier that's protecting the city from aerial assault.
Nice.
It doesn't stop like the rain from really getting in, but it's preventing any creatures from kind of getting through.
That's really helpful.
Yeah, so it's like an anti-life,
Interesting.
like a big anti-life barrier. But it's very taxing on the mages, so it won't last forever.
Yeah, but it's good for slowing her down.
Yeah, so
we can actually keep our fucking soldiers alive.
I'm assuming this is going to be a very if they're doing it in shifts rather than
they are doing it in shifts, but it's very taxing, and it's taking the resources of the majority of the city mages, even like hiring adventurer mages to help maintain it. So it's very demanding, but it's given the threat, it's warranted, because if she can just like send in her like adult dragon servants, like
Yeah.
that will wreck shit if they can just fly into the city.
waltz in. Anyway,
but
as you were saying, Shadow.
But you're able to get a little time to carve away and rest up. So if you haven't already, you can mark yourselves for a long rest.
Yay!
Long rest time.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Where's the long rest button?
Next to the short rest button.
Should be below your character.
I'm like, thanks. That's not helpful at all. There it is.
Yeah.
I have so much extra shit on my sheet that I can't use the long rest button.
Honestly, I think there's a you with how much shit, some of the shit you have was like, you should set long rest, short rest for some things. Because I feel like the more things you have under like those like resource tabs, the more it's actually warranted to fucking activate the short rest, strong rest buttons.
Oh, I got them on. It just doesn't work for me.
It also depends on what resources you're using each time.
By the way, guys, you know, because we're most likely going into the big fight, I'm thinking of using my level 1 spells to basically like have the what was it? Service burst ready instead. Because I haven't got it ready yet in combat. I've only been using like 1 in combat.
Oh, the war's only just begun. We're not going into the big one yet.
Oh, didn't Shadow say that these
I thought it was.
instances-
You basically completed phase 1.
Ah, okay.
I'm assuming that these fights are taking over the course of weeks rather than days.
Yeah. Yeah, this is over
So, yeah,
the,
then-
this is over the course of weeks.
No, it doesn't matter.
Who dropped the shit?
Shut
What
up.
do you think?
Anyway,
Curse you, Snow.
When you do it so consistently,
Way
it
anchor.
becomes easy to guess.
clean your fucking room. Anyway,
No, I want to, but I can't.
you don't have trash bags and recycle bins?
I don't
Anyway.
have drive.
Same.
I mean, same sometimes, bro.
But
Big mood.
Well, should we interrogate those ones we captured, or let the general and them do it?
Let the general handle it.
Yeah, they know how to do the biggest stuff.
We should prepare for what's coming. After all,
Alright.
we are going to have to deal with the blighted queen herself at some point. And we know that we can't just waltz into her domain.
I'd say we worry more about her children at the moment. Considering we did take out her oldest, I think the siblings will want to revenge and the glory of taking out the ones who slew him.
Well,
If a sibling is taken out and the dragon sibling takes out the one that took out their sibling, they're seen as stronger.
well, that's kind of not what I meant. If we need to get information in general about about who she is and what she's doing. Motivations, things like that. We could get some information from these cronies, but I don't think there will be much. Be able to get more information, but maybe we would be able to get more information about her children as well, where they would be.
Maybe what she's looking for here.
Well, I'm assuming that she wants to get rid of Lapis simply because it is considered a threat to her as well as her goals. But
I
perhaps,
believe she came here for more than just that.
well, think about it this way: your father's lord is apparently sitting on top of a throne himself, right?
So you think there might be a seat, the seal of the plague throne?
I think
Is
it
that
has
what
more
you
to
say?
do with the
Yes.
crystal hanging over the city.
Yeah, I think
That's
it would
what
more
that
have
is.
something to do with that, because that looks really like magical. So maybe has one of
it's a
the
giant,
relic
it's a
things.
giant, it's a giant floating, shining, magical crystal in the sky.
Yeah.
And they
an
really do like
enormous-
their hordes.
It's
Like
an enormous source of power that they could probably use to claim their throne that they're looking to gain.
would be a good sacrifice.
Well then, should we look into what the crystal is? So
don't
we
think
know
we-
more about it.
Bro, I don't believe we have the time for that.
Alright.
Not really.
It's just
But
I would love
afterwards,
to.
maybe.
After we don't have to worry about air raids and dragons attacking every day.
In that case,
random explosion outside. We're fine.
Well, we need to find out where their quote-unquote airfield is then. Or their supply lines, because they've been attacking our supply lines. It's only, we need to see where she's getting all of her people from. Where she's, setting her... Maybe her children are providing... I'm not saying that they're causing forced growth of, wait, perhaps... What are those soldiers called? The mutated, dragon-like ones. That make up most of her up most of her army.
I'll say Arcana checks could be made to kind of with advantage for like the for Kaku for the draconic blood.
Draconians, basically.
Yeah,
Like above game.
yeah, just kind of get like your character's understanding of like what they are.
And my reasoning for the sibling thing of what I mentioned, he was like, this is how a dragon would probably think. So watch your backs.
I'll say on one hand it kind of makes sense for Merlin because he doesn't probably doesn't look into the whole like evil nature like corrupting nature shit much.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And yet both Rodor and Kaku almost practically match. That's funny.
I'll say Rodor's understanding would be more to their artificially created abominations.
Well, the question is, how are they created?
I'd say Kaku kind of has like that has the more. Yeah, you can roll.
History?
Arcana.
Arcana.
I didn't know if I could roll like history instead to like remember what I've been
This is
told.
for like the understanding of like what these things are. Yeah.
Oh boy.
You're just kind of more on the party of like just shoot and kill.
Yep, just kill them all.
Because they're unnatural abominations anyway.
Yeah.
Kaku, you have more the understanding is like they're created from mutating dragon eggs.
She's mutating dragon eggs. That's how she's creating these things.
Does she have any daughters?
Would
we know this?
I'd say Ikuru would have had the knowledge of like any daughters that she had. There's probably only like that's probably like the other remaining child.
Yeah, they must say if they have.
Because she had because before Verval she had 2 remaining adult sons and 1 adult daughter.
Okay. If they're still remaining, they only have 1 adult boy and 1 adult girl. So if they're still alive, then yeah.
Well, how many of her children have we encountered just for Vol? In that case, there's 2 sons and 1 daughter. Right?
Well, there were 2 sons and 1 daughter. Now there's 1 son, 1 daughter.
Oh.
Yeah, we took care of that.
I thought you were counting for Vol as well. My bad. In that case, we might, if she has a daughter, and if the way that she's been handling this, she's probably using her children as pawns. Perhaps her daughter is spawning these creatures in place of her mother, so her mother can be.
Well, the common foot soldiers that you're seeing are mostly white and bronze.
White and bronze. Does this mean she might have even more? She either has a bronze dragon under her thrall, or she has. Well, obviously a white dragon would probably be more down to I would assume down to work with her, but why would a bronze?
Doesn't have to be against the.
Wow.
Doesn't have to be. Like they don't have to be willing.
That is true.
Well, think of it this way, Abyss. I mean, Rodor. She's making these abominations out of dragon eggs. She's probably threatening her full clutch. I mean, their full clutch, if that's the case. Where they don't have a choice in it.
Other kids does not care. They're its horrible parents.
What would I know about bronze dragons, Shadow?
They like. Oh, not bronze, brass.
Brass.
Oh,
In that
okay.
case, that's a little bit more concerning.
Because brass are the desert ones that have the fire bread.
The ones that share territory with blues.
Yeah.
Why would a brass work with her? Maybe if they win here, perhaps. Kaku, is your family's lands a desert region?
No, actually.
Why else would a brass dragon work with the?
Like I said, maybe it's not of her free will. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe they don't have a choice.
True, but
because
we do need to find where these broods are being made. That should be our next step, because if we can hinder the armies of our enemy, hinder their air quotes.
It's not an instant army.
I know. It's like the Orkai growing things in the Lord of the Rings, where they have to like do this over a certain amount of time. But regardless, being able to actually hinder their productivity of these air quote genetic soldiers, not super soldiers, but just being able to cut down their production of soldiers would probably force the Blighted Queen into more direct action rather than sitting in the shadows.
If that's the case, would you like me to ask the general if any bases have been spotted and what would probably be the most strategic in doing that?
I think that would be wise.
Alright, I'll have a
courier.
Yes, I'll have one of our pseudo dragons. I'll attach a message and send it to the general.
And I think we're all in this together. It would be wise to ask those below as well.
Oh, I was gonna say, it'll be ciphered.
Good. I hope that we don't have... that would be necessary, though.
In war times, it is necessary.
Well, this is more because of internal... In fact, that would actually be a good thing to check as well, to see if we have any internal leaks.
Any leaks, any spies?
Yeah.
Yes, don't be open about it. Mistrust just at all can ruin the morale of the entire army.
Well, it has nothing to do with mistrust or anything. It's just a general thing that he's saying.
Timothy the Owl was against you all along.
No, Timothy, why?
Not Timothy.
I said who, you never asked why.
Does anybody else have any other plans that they would want to do?
I feel like Merlin would have to use that line if he ever went evil.
I mean, he does run the jungle. And the only thing that I could see him causing him to go bad is either one, Sasay goes the way of the dodo,
Or deck of many things.
or Rodor dies due to party stupidity.
Alrighty, so you send your inquiry. Send a message off to the general.
While
And you don't wait too long to get a reply. As he'll actually as soon as he gets the letter, he'll cast a sending and basically relay that telling you there will be a war council meeting soon, and you have his invitation to join the war table.
Excellent.
Yes.
I have a technical question. If someone sends you a sending and you don't respond, how long does that last to where you can send?
I think you only have like the window of
Okay.
of like the duration of the spell, really.
Okay, because I was like, how
You have
long
to
did I
respond
hold on to that?
immediately,
Yeah,
or else you basically miss out.
yeah, I was just
Because
Very well.
It's
I'll
like
bring-
it's like
ridiculous.
it's like you can have like a little bit like you can have a little time to like if you're actually gonna like think out like what your response is gonna be, you can have that time. But if you just don't make use of it, then it's gone.
Yeah, you can't like
Okay.
wait an hour to respond. You can't
that's
just
what I was.
leave.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay, Kaku, you can't just leave people on red, man.
Oh God, I can't believe
Yeah,
you would do that.
But even if it's like a just a simple like it can be just a simple acknowledgement of like someone tells you some information and you can be like, all right, thanks for the info.
Sends a wink emoji. How do you do that?
That's a waste of a freaking sending spell.
No, but the person who sent it is like, how do you do that?
A tome warlock.
How's that possible?
A tome warlock can draw a winky face.
I hate that, but I love it.
Oh, Navarra might be useful on this mission. All right. General said so there's going to be a meeting, a war council soon. We're invited. So I say get ready when you can. That's me.
Yeah.
So you all
Any thoughts, Merlin?
I'd like to hear what the general has to say first before making a
Comment.
opinion. For now, it's just kind of been repel the invaders and make sure that they don't get their hands on that. Kind of looks up towards the
Hello?
giant crystal.
Who just joined?
Jason.
Oh, hey, Jason.
Yeah, he popped in. But continue.
All right, let's make sure that we have everything that we need, though. After all, resources will be useful in the future, especially if, regardless of how old the dragon is, you always have to be prepared. I think we all know that by now, but still.
Yeah.
Don't
That is true.
underestimate
That is true.
even a young one. Don't underestimate them.
Yeah, even the young ones will eat the babies.
Like hell, just your meeting of the black dragon twins over in the marsh.
Yeah, the Catablipis did not. I don't think that Catablipis did like what happened to it after it got torn to shreds by those two young black dragons.
And I will say, like,
That was fun to watch.
and I will say, like, some of the fog in the area was magically conjured by them.
Yep.
They're little
Rodor
prodigies,
slowly
especially
looks
because they're
over
twins
to
that work
Kaku,
together.
Looks at Kaku. That was you found pleasure in watching a creature being torn to shreds. You know, I'm not even going to comment on that.
Aren't Catablipis horrible for the environment?
Yes, they are. Like,
Yeah.
even Merlin can give the assurance of those things. Like, you don't want to fuck.
Invasive
You don't want to fuck with them, but at the same time, they are not good for the environment.
So it's a lose-lose. So it's a lose-lose situation. Got it.
Pretty much, they're nasty fuckers.
And in the swamp,
Many
it could
rookie
make-
adventurers have died to them.
Imagine because they give such nasty death glares. Ha 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 ha.
Think of them as like a lesser Hydra. They're not good for any part of the environment.
Bad
I
for
would
the
think they
ecosystem.
would be worse than Hydras might. After all, they can. kill people,
No,
they
hydras are much worse because they'll eat a fucking jungle to extinction if they're left unchecked.
That rocked move, eat it. It's basically one of the heads like, I saw it move.
Well, it couldn't be as bad as a false Hydra.
Leave the Galabdur alone. No one knows. what
No,
that
no, no,
is.
no. How do you know that?
You don't even know what that is in character.
Oh god, if Shadow
Anyway.
throws one of those at us, oh god.
Anyway,
But the
Rodor's going to actually go to the vault.
vault.
Just see what they have in general in terms of like fighting draconic creatures.
Is that what the bag of holding is called now? The vault.
Yes. Yes, he opens the vault. Alright, let's see what we have here. Do we have Eileen with us?
She's around.
Eileen, do you happen to have anything in the means of dealing with dragons at the moment? I know we're probably low on stocks, but anything helps.
How much are dragon slaying arrows cost to make?
Mate, you're not going to be able to buy any of them. I can tell you that much.
Just
They're
asking.
very rare,
Okay,
I think.
I was just asking.
Yeah, I'm just going to, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot quicker and cheaper to make like fire arrows, which is very helpful in fighting like disease. Burn it.
I know that it's gonna be a little bit weird, but do we have anything like a? You know how there's javelins of lightning?
Yeah.
He's talking.
Yes.
He pulls out a bunch of he motions to the fire magicite. What about that? What could you make with a javelin with a fire element in a pinch? And how long do you think you would need? So I think I'm going to need something to throw at these bitches.
for
especially if I can reel them in with it.
let's see, for
Touch a chain to the javelin.
a something long lasting.
I know you're basically asking for a javelin and lighting, but fire.
But fire.
No, probably something more AOE based rather than a line. Probably something similar to a fireball.
That's what I meant.
So basically,
Exploding javelin.
yeah, exploding javelin.
No, well, one that doesn't explode, but still there afterwards.
Well, it would. Yeah,
For-
the point would be you would throw it in a location. It would deal like 3d6 fire damage in an AOE.
So like a flame tongue that's also a javelin.
It would only be on the throne, probably. I would assume.
Yeah.
It would be like a throw, and then would have to recover, and maybe you could have more than one charge, depending on the rarity of the magical item.
So you could probably make the fire equivalent of a javelin of lightning. You throw it as a speak the command word. It does where it lands. It does a AOE in a certain radius.
Either that or well, that's going to be something that we're going to have to talk about the trial. Strand. But let's see.
I'm gonna be fucking Spider-Man with my hunter.
Oh yeah, that's the entire thing about hunters, is that they're gonna be Spider-Man. Like they're the best at the grappling, but they also have the little. Anyway, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
He basically wants something that he can basically not only throw at them, but also lodge in them and then reel them in.
Do you want a harpoon chain?
Basically.
Harpoon chain, gauntlet chain.
Get over here!
I'm sorry, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Harpoon with chain!
No, that's a kunai with chain.
I know, but I replaced kunai with harpoon.
No.
That's basically what you're asking for.
Well, if he wants to make it just a straight up gauntlet thing that shoots a chain and a thing at them, I'm not going to put my nose up at it, but I was thinking more of the lines of something that was just a ranged weapon, but that works too if it pulls me towards people. Regardless, that's
What
up
I
to
would
Shadow.
say is basically you just want a harpoon gun where you can get separate animation made for chain animation.
Well, I don't want a harpoon gun. I want to be able to throw because I am not proficient with gun.
Yeah, I meant like something equivalent of the way that works. Just instead, you'll be able to throw it instead of shooting it.
So basically, just
That's what I meant by that.
Well, here's the thing. Mest did buy a grappler gauntlet that could be modified.
yes. Excellent.
So that could be Eileen could analyze that and basically make a new one with modifications that can more specialized to like real opponents in.
Let's see. How much for a rush order? You looks at how fast do you think you could make it?
Do you want it to be able to damage at all?
That's more on you. He's going to take 1,000 platinum, drop it on the table. What matters more is getting it online. Well, the results are up to you. Like, honestly, Rodor does not. It doesn't matter if,
So basically,
so long as he cares. If
basically,
it works,
asking for the Cerberus custom package.
he's literally asking for if it works. He's basically saying if it works, so long as it works, he does not. He doesn't. It's not that he doesn't care. It's just so long as it's functional and he gets to get in close and beat the shit out of things, he does not care. He just wants he wants to be able to help everyone and be able to get where he needs to go. Even if there's risk of it exploding in his face. He has faith in her. He has seen her work.
Yeah, because Cerberus was Eileen's design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is literally going to drop
And-
1,000 platinum on this investment.
And Igrik has been using that forever.
Rodor is going to become Spider-Man.
And essentially, he is saying that whatever money is left over from this project, use it to fund other projects. He's like, he's not like let's go chop chop, but he's like, if the faster this gets online, the better it will be for everyone, because that way if he can get within reach of dragons, he can just beat the shit out of them, and Merlin wouldn't have, for example, wouldn't have to use spells like Earthbind. So long as it allows him to grapple things and stay on them. So that's all Rodor is going to be asking for this downtime.
Alright.
If you want, you can even work these into them. He hands her the the magicite gloves.
Alrighty.
Sorry for the shenanigans, Shadow. It's just that
Nope. Time for the brainstorming. But
like Rodor will even help her in like showing her exactly what he kind of wants. And it's more for the general mobility rather than damage, because she knows that he can do damage all by himself, but it's more about getting to where he needs to go. Any bonus damage he gets is just cherry.
yeah, like probably fucking working some like special move with it where you can fucking reel yourself in for like a super wind up punch.
Oh my god. No, Peregrine Greaves. For those who want to know what that meme is,
Just reel yourself into a shoulder charge.
1 second.
Anything else before War Table?
Not really. Like, there's nothing I want.
Alright.
Unless I can find another gem-encrusted chalice to buy for Heroes Feasts. I have
We
one.
definitely want to save one of them for the big fight.
I will say
Because we definitely want to go into the
I
big
will
fight.
say you can make an investigation. It will be difficult though, given the situation.
Okay, I will give it a shot.
And if you need the money, I will help you fund
I
the
got
money.
the cash.
Yeah, unfortunately, even a 14 won't get you much.
Could I assist with this? Because for me, this is like valuable importance for
You can make
survival.
you can make your own check at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I have
Alright.
one, but I would like another one.
Yeah, like emergency.
Yeah.
Because I do. Yeah. I'm going to guidance myself. Because I've got terrible investigation. Yeah. Well, actually, I should have guidance Merlin. Really. Nope.
No,
I got 10.
yeah, no. Nah, they're unfortunately what few have been available are either sold out or you just don't know which are the right buyers or sellers.
I would like to get a bag of beans. No.
Fucking insane.
I will get them one day.
No.
You get one. You get one bean.
Yeah, so you find the whole bag. So one day I'm gonna have say you find a bag of beans. You're like, how many beans do I have? One.
Just
You get one bean.
I don't even know
Now
why
I
you
just
would
need to
buy
hope
that.
I get
It's
the
such a bad
now I
idea.
just need to hope I get the pyramid drop.
Why?
I want to fight mummies. I never fought one.
Don't worry, I got.
No.
Don't worry, you'll have
Just
your
say
mummy battle one day.
Can I just say this? Someone actually used a bag of beans to kill a purple worm.
Oh yeah, I saw that post.
Yeah.
Also, can I ask the artificer if she's able to replicate any of my explosive arrows?
Yeah.
She was already replicating the explosive thing. Because I know they were making, looking at mine.
Let's see. I think it was.
So if I could buy any more HE rounds, I definitely will.
Oh, can I make
Well, I think
some
it-
more lucky shot?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm assuming she wasn't done with that. That's why I didn't ask.
You could. I think it was. I think it was 100 gold a shot.
Yeah,
I thought it was 200 for me.
they were ridiculously expensive because the
hey,
amount
guys.
of damage they were doing.
Oh yeah. It was. It was 100 for just the single 1d4 elemental on damage, and then it was 200 for the explosive AOE.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's what I was going for. So how much would be what's it, a slug?
Just
200.
200.
Icaru,
Okay,
do you
how many
still
do they
use an
have?
Axe?
No,
No.
I use my bayonet nearly all the time. I'm not even what's it? Words.
Was the axe
Attuned to
attunement?
The axe. Yeah.
What did it do?
It just does fire damage.
Let's see.
You could use a charge to do a little bit extra.
They have only had the time with other projects to get three.
Okay, I'm gonna buy all three.
Yeah, 3 slugs and 2 arrows.
Okay, so that would be
And the sad thing is, I rolled a d10.
60.
I rolled a d10 for each ammo type, and I rolled low.
Oh damn. Well, I'm kind of happy that they don't have that many. It would be insane if we got 10. Because I would have bought all of them.
Well, here's the thing: if I
so-
rolled a 10, I would have made it just an even 5-5 split at that point.
Nice. That would be 4. 4 left. Okay.
So, do you want to buy the 2 explosive arrows, Nest?
Sure, so that's 400 altogether, right?
Yep.
Okay, then. Fine.
Yep, and I think we had it like you can make as many as your proficiency bonus, or was that what we said it was for the lucky shot blend?
I have to scroll back through our DMs on that one.
I hope we pinned it.
Nope, but we can do that now.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing to pin.
Yeah. Go back through and
Yeah,
find
because
it.
that's going to be
I'll pin
used a
it.
lot.
Like how that's something that can even be used like in campaign 2 with the next character.
Yeah.
Even just for like ruling of like for making certain things. Because I think that's a pretty decent ruling that we kind of put together there. We couldn't get too crazy.
Yeah. For cost and quantity, thinking you can make number of doses up to your proficiency bonus per work week. 75 gold per dose. So, do I need to make a herbalism check, or do I just make?
I'll say if you I'll say kind of given due to the time restraints of the caused by the war. It'll be a check, an herbalism check.
Okay.
I will allow
13.
I will allow guidance.
I'll go and see it for you.
14.
All right. I'll say, kind of given how special this blend is, I'll say you're able to get at least 1 dose
Okay.
done.
2 total.
Yeah, this is still a new enough experimental blend you're working on.
Yeah, just to remind everybody what Lucky Shot does. This is what it do. For those interested in the Lucky Shot.
Oh, and who consumes this?
Anybody can consume it.
Damn.
Yeah, it gives
Lucky shot.
it gives you a disadvantage on strength checks and saves, because the kinks haven't worked out fully yet. But those those debuffs will can get reduced with more research into it.
I definitely
This
would be
is-
up for that. But
This is the
I don't want to take it away.
This is the pot, right?
Oh, could
No.
I definitely
This
take...
is
No.
a separate herbal remedy that Merlin has been developing.
Mm.
Something that me and Shadow are homebrewing, just like something to actually use an herbalism kit for, other than just making potions. Trying to come up with some interesting herbal remedies is what we're calling them, to have like different buffs that have like kind of like the mutagens. They have like a buff, but they also have a detriment.
That's actually very cool. Actually makes me want to play a druid when you get that sorted.
Well, I think that's probably going to be more towards his next character.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
probably
I'm
gonna
talking about not. This would be in like a, not even that game.
Yeah, but yeah, it's something. This is the first thing that me and Shadow have actually come up with to go towards that.
Yeah, so definitely a good foundation for like how to go about with the alchemy shit in campaign 2.
Yeah.
Down the line. But yeah, so you're able to get at least one more dose of Lucky Shot, which come in handy.
Yep.
Lucky
Just
Shot
anybody
and the
who-
cigars. Yeah, that's something that I'm going to have to talk to Shadow about also. If the cigars are just going to be just cigars, or do they
I think-
want to have actual buffs or debuffs?
I think right now that's just kind of the flavor of like what you guys are using for wraps is like, oh, you need a roll, here you go.
Oh my, that's actually a really cool idea. That's how, like, Rodor supplies him with the raw materials for, like, the wooden shit that he's making. Then, it's an actual money scheme. Alright.
Here's like
And Rodor's the guinea pig.
Merlin can choose to make money off of this in downtime.
Yep. Gonna open up Merlin's dispensary.
But, I mean, after this war, a lot of people are gonna have PTSD, probably. Get some, medical Mary Jane.
Alright. Let's see. Kaku, anything you wanted to quickly do?
I'm gonna send you something, but I'm fine.
Alright. So, the after kind of getting yourselves situated, you head on over to the council district. And kind of letting the guards know who you work for, and you're escorted to the war table, where you do see the general as well as a handful of other important figures to the city. You see Lady Amber from the Phoenix Clergy. And a handful of other council members.
Glad to see everyone's alive and well.
Yeah. Also attending the war table is you see this red-haired human figure that Ikru would recognize as the human shape form of that the Lord of Archon, or the Archon Ascender, often takes.
Yeah. It just waves.
Yeah, he basically think like this handsome like with male figure with like long red hair and kind of this like gunmetal gray armor.
You could just waves. Just say, I haven't seen you in ages. Just happy to see them.
And beside them, Ikru, you do see your parents.
How do they? How? Okay. How? I'm assuming the dad is just dad, but dad.
He is not paying attention to anything. He is actively like working on some gadget.
Yeah. How about mother?
Like as soon as you enter the room, you definitely you don't see her. It's not through seeing the intensity of her glare upon you. You feel it before you see it.
And it just in his brain is just like, what have I done?
Yeah, and like the moment you lock eyes, you see you just get the feeling of we're gonna have words after this.
And it's just, oh no.
If you don't die in the days to come, we will be speaking.
No, I think that what was said was more once the meeting is over.
I feel like that's more what's gonna happen.
Yeah. On the funny thing, you know that that picture of that like kind of that dwarven man from last session.
Yeah.
He's there too.
Oh.
He sees you. Oh, hey there, youngsters.
Thank
Hello?
So, is everyone here?
Well, you're not gonna question why he's here.
Nope. It's like Ingrid's like another person to throw at the enemy. Happy.
Can I insight this person? Have we seen them like around before? Not like.
This is the old man I believe Kaku convinced.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like the remember that one moment of like, I now know what I must do.
Jesus Christ. Oh boy.
Yeah, he's the first person like with kind of coming into the room that kind of addresses you and walks up to you. It's like, I see you've been invited to the war table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Who
why
exactly?
are you here?
Who exactly are you?
Oh,
If you
sorry.
don't mind me.
Oh, apologies. I didn't introduce myself last time. I am the head of the local crafting union.
Oh.
Well, luckily, that
Why
makes
do I
sense.
get the feeling that this guy is just the brother of the gunpowder salesman from the first season of Critical Role? He's just giving me that guy's vibes.
Victor vibes.
Just yes.
Yes? Over, yes? Oh, come in, come in.
I have my own. I think every dungeon master has their own crazy prospector.
Yes.
I
Yet
have
to
I
one
definitely have
introduce
mine.
mine, but
I'll have one boar's head of gunpowder.
A hogshead.
Yes.
Gallimimus Grumgus is my guy. He lives on the outskirts of Rosona for good reasons.
Well,
Yeah, yeah, uh, name's Aegis Runeborn.
nice to meet you. Formally, that is.
yeah, I wonder if everybody's here yet. We're waiting for someone.
Yeah, just one person. I hear it's a really pretty silver dragon lady.
Silver tint.
Iku's just like, just now nervous.
The silver, the silver saint is male, correct?
No.
He just said pretty lady.
Yeah, a real pretty silver
I'm
dragon
asking
lady.
if I'm asking if the silver saint is male.
No,
No.
female.
Okay, now I know because that was never made clear to me.
No, it was.
It's been made clear many times.
Iku made
No,
it clear to you.
I literally just used female pronouns when giving like that little descriptor from the old man.
well, here's the thing. You never back when we talked about the silver saint in general, nobody said she, but
Oh,
that's
yes, we
just-
did.
I never heard it.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
did.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Now I do know.
And knowing is half the battle. Well, you all fail for not at least one of you saying G.I. Joe. I'm disappointed in all of you.
But what?
I said,
Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Because that's the slogan for G.I. Joe.
And the original cartoon was just one big commercial for being good and moral lessons. But anyway, the yeah the oh yeah another influential figure you see attending is the you see the Archmage Zero attending, and I don't think I've actually shown everyone the art for Zero because you haven't had a real formal meeting with her.
No.
Wait a second. Let me actually get the.
So let me.
I may have. I don't know if that was the right. If that's the right Archmage I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, I've met her. I went to her to get my tattoo. The Rodor waves.
she gives the polite nod of acknowledgement. Yeah, she's there, and
Is her partner there as well?
uh, she would be actually. Let me. This one I don't have on roll 20 yet, so I'm gonna have to find the art.
Oh, Zero? Oh, how are we today?
Uh, I'm doing well. I have been busy organizing the mages for the city's magical defenses.
You will see all the possible semi-fatal wounds that he sustained that look healed over. That tattoo saved me quite a bit. This is phenomenal work. I really have to thank you for that.
Good. I'm glad it's working well for you.
Not just working well, it's working. I think I would have died 10 times by now if I didn't have this. So I will probably say it's Mary, what's the word I'm looking for?
I was not paying full attention. What?
He's looking for what is probably the best word to describe the spirit troll tattoo. Like, as Rodor would describe it to the person who made it. Like, if he wants to display how tell her how invaluable it has been.
I believe the word would be indispensable.
He points at Merlin. Yeah, that one. That word. My linguistics have not really much improved, but what I can say is that I don't think this now's the time to talk to that, but I might want to get your opinion on something later regarding one certain individual.
So then, how many bases do we know that they? Oh wait, sorry, hadn't. So, Ikaru, what can you tell us about the Silver Saint since you've worked with her before?
You want me to tell you about the Silver Saint?
That's what he asked.
If you
That's
feel-
what he asked, Ikaru.
Mhm.
I know. I know that out of character.
Yeah,
You was just saying that in character.
yeah, and
Yes.
that
Oh, I thought that was you saying out of the character. Sorry. Well. Trying to think of the best words. Trying to think of the best way to describe this and how E-Group would describe it.
he's really pretty.
Yeah.
She is kind, graceful, beautiful.
But also powerful.
Very powerful, devout
Dave.
cleric of Bahamut.
Oh shit.
And they do like really care about their actual soldiers. And like a certain bad person.
Very good.
As he could just stops himself from swearing.
And here's the Zero's partner, Feasting. I do have the spelling. She's the Archmage of Evocation.
Oh.
J-
Very
Jason,
cool.
God damn it.
And she is an elf natively born in Sasay.
Rodor hands off two pamphlets like the freaking
To everyone in the war room.
well, the General Ori has one, so he's going to hand off
The General's basic is your fucking sponsor for like having it as like an adventure in Guildhall.
yeah, so he gets free access anyway.
Yeah, he most likely doesn't need to pay for his even booth, like anything. He just comes in and is just like, that's mine now, bye bye.
Would Merlin have heard about feasting before they moved to Lapis?
Let's see. I'll say make a history check.
Okay. Feasting. 12.
Does she partake in that dank kush?
Oh, God damn
Yeah,
it.
from time to time.
Basically, what you probably would have heard about like someone as like kind of important as like the as an archmage is that they are very free spirited type of person.
Okay.
Kind of more in the lines of like they'll do things in their own way and kind of more in the moment.
Set their own pace and kind of do what they want.
Yeah, and because they are a full elf, they have all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to,
and even kind of with that kind of nature, like she became an archmage fairly young for an elf, even she was definitely very much a prodigy that went to study at one of the big magic schools and became an archmage.
So she's like she's the easygoing prodigy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Rodor hands her a guidance cigar. Or offers her one. See if she takes it.
Yeah. Oh, this.
Please don't give drugs to the children.
They're an elf.
This is Cynthia's blend, isn't it?
Yes, it's born from that strain, yeah, but we procure it in our garden. Merlin here grew it himself.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Actually, Cynthia's apprentice.
Pretty lucky to get to have your a druid apprenticeship under an archmage. Or under an archdruid.
Yes, she's very kind. But perhaps she saw my potential. Brushka also helped. He says that with a little bit of like, I guess that's the best word to say.
If it wasn't for Merlin, I would probably be dead.
I would be dead.
I think we all would be.
Yeah.
You 100% would be. I 100% would be. I think Rodor.
Oh,
Because I don't know.
Rodor's never actually gone down in combat, but backstory-wise, oh
That's
yeah.
what I'm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Backstory wise,
Mhm.
100%. And I'm pretty sure I've saved Ikaru from unconsciousness at least twice now.
Yes, and now you've saved me from death
But,
completely.
Kind of like talking to Feasting, kind of looking at to you, Merlin. She just kind of like say the gentle winds do seem to flow freely around you.
Thank you.
Now, what people have to worry about is when Merlin gets mad. Oof. Rare sight indeed, but that's supposed to make him mad. Oof. They're not around anymore.
The people who have made me angry become fertilizer.
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah. And that and
Now there's one that made me angry that I just walked up. Haven't seen it. Good riddance.
May the winds ever be in your favor.
It's with you.
You as well.
And yeah, as she goes to step away, you hear I'd say roll an insight check on her.
Okay.
Size
Just
24.
her? Just Merlin, or
Anyone can.
Damn it! I lost my fucking sheet. There we go.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I'm very good at insight. Oh my god, mess!
So
Just mess just doesn't care about the woman at 20, it seems.
He said earlier that he is having to stay muted because or stay quiet because of his mom is napping.
yeah,
Nat one.
yeah.
Rodor's too busy talking to Zero.
Well, it's not even that. It's you don't really read this off her, but as she like takes her leave to walk away from you, you actually realize she was going in the wrong way to regroup with Zero, and she was you get the sense, especially Mest, she was going to slink off and be anywhere else.
Kai.
Doesn't like the stuffy formal shit.
Like, hey, you're going in the wrong direction.
But like before she can get anywhere, you actually hear Zero just kind of speak up. Come back here. And then and Feasting just stops. All right.
Just like, fuck.
Like, is it dejected? All right.
Yeah, it's more of like a you kind of get like you
Do I have to?
you kind of get slacker vibes off of her demeanor.
Oh God.
Like if she can just like be anywhere else and like take
She would be.
take a nap. She would be. But before long, you see this beautiful silver-haired woman enter. As the Silver Saint arrives in her human form.
Iku just like does a little wave.
Yeah, she sees you. She just gives that the polite smile. And she comes up to the table, and she speaks up. Apologies for my late arrival. And the general responds to her. It's all right. Now that we're all here, we have been able to sustain our defenses up to this point, but they are not going to last forever. If we're going to come out of this this conflict with the Blighted Queen victorious, then we're gonna have to start taking the offensive.
Yeah, that's the only option we have.
Have we found any bases that might be secluded or?
Fortunately, we have been. Our scouts have been able to pinpoint a couple of outposts that they're using as bases of operation for different troops.
Nice.
Unfortunately, in the early assaults, some of the villages have been taken over in after the evacuation and turned into outposts. And we've been able to narrow down their the most likely place for the Blighted Queen to be stationing herself to be here. This island to the northeast of Cotton Village. The evacuated areas for Core Village and Cotton Village are both, as well as our the Bright Forest as a whole being used as for the Blighted Queen's war efforts. Most of the draconians and undead sent in the initial assault came from Bright Forest.
Makes sense because she does like our forests.
What forest did her ancestors spawn? Was that the Bright Forest or
No. That was over in the border area between Zadel and Sisay.
okay.
Yeah, before life begins returning to the land. From the Marsh Desert.
Is that the only one we know of, or is that one the main base?
So the main base is this island, is Big Island.
Just so you know, guys, I have switched to my phone for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Why did something happen?
No, I'm just downstairs for the moment, so I just need to grab some of that.
So I'll give a green circle.
I see.
Yeah, that's the main base. So I'm asking is there any smaller bases that would be prone, that we could probably attack and cause subterfuge?
Yes, they are using Core Village and Carton Village as bases, as well as a base in the Bright Forest.
I think we should go Carton Village or Core Village first, since it's the closest, and we don't.
I
want
will
them...
say she will definitely have a bigger force, most likely at the forest. And sounds like at the village is most likely basically being used as a reinforcement for her undead forces. As it has a lot of graves and fresh bodies to use as material.
And I will say, not like it wasn't just like humanoid undead; it was like undead animals too. That was in the initial assault.
Yep, and that's why I'm saying that too, because what's not. What do you, when it comes to villages, what do you normally put a village close to? A place where you can get a decent income of food. Because you don't just build a village in the middle of nowhere.
My reasoning is, I think it'd be good to do Core Village first, because right now they have 2 ways to attack us, and if they do that at the same time, our forces will be spread thin.
I say we take the ones that are close. Obviously, the ones that are closest to Lapis first. But what we need to really worry about is controlling the flow of the river.
Huh?
Because if she controls the water supply, she could easily just stem the water supply and just siege us out that way. Because
when and where was the was a river mentioned?
Because I just mentioned it, Kramu. Because think about it. Villages typically are going to be near a source of water, i.e. rivers. So, if you look at this map here,
Yeah, like Core Village was a farming village, and so like the river between the village marker and the river is kind of like the farming area.
Okay.
Okay.
Even more reason I think we should head to Core Village then.
maybe a distractionary
They-
force to the
Because
bright
if-
forest.
I will say the distractionary force will be massacred if you send it.
Because this,
The smaller
if
force
there's
is
one-
just going to get killed.
if there's a base here and someone in here, they can attack us. They'll only attack us one way. With this village here, they can attack us in 2 places out. 1.
But
On
I
the
still
other
would
hand,
say we do need a distraction force.
if we can reclaim Bright Forests, it will heavily reduce the amount of forces that they can just send at us at almost no cost.
But the thing about it is that if we go for the bright forest first, we could just get attacked from behind.
Yeah, I'll say for your next.
What does
so for
the
your
general and everyone else suggest? Like all the NPCs. I'm assuming they're part of this meeting too.
yeah, it's like well the general discussion is kind of like there. It's
The general has spoken, and since we're directly under him, we're speaking next.
yeah, it's just kind of like this whole discussion is kind of like the topic is like the core village is being used to it on not only is it kind of a distractionary force fortification, it is also being used as kind of like a hostage point by where they're keeping some prisoners that they take.
Okay.
So core village is being used to hold prisoners.
So it's a prison camp. The
Bright Forest is a source of
resources.
And Carton Village is going to be the is kind of where like their main force is kind of being held, whereas and the Blighted Queen and her brood are basically making their temporary lair on the island nearby.
Okay. In my opinion, the general order of importance, I think, is to take care of the hostage situation first, then the resource depot, then the main force. However, we gotta think about how many troops it would take to hold those locations.
Well, I think the general's taking care of that part.
Yeah, it's more of a making the push to get those places back.
For me, I've one thing that we haven't thought is when we take if we take back the village, for long-term goal of this war, she will fuck our morale. She's going to at some point do something that is going to really fuck us over if we don't have high morale. So taking back a village and getting back prisoners, even if it's just their bodies, that is going to boost our morale. Because I feel like she's going to do something soon that if we've got just basic morale, it's gonna fuck us over.
Yeah, so
And we're gonna
probably-
have a line
Leaning
break
towards
at the
Core
worst
Village
time.
First.
Yeah, so
I mean, we could always use Burbal's skull as a freaking banner.
Yeah, but
the
that's just intimidation factor, not really boosting morale.
also
It
there might
demoralizes them.
Yeah, but
also
most of
there
them are
might-
undead, so they're not going to get demoralized. Actually, technically, that is wrong of me because weirdly, a lot of undead still can be frightened.
Not a case of frightening the undead is still the main.
I think it's kind of funny that even vampires are not immune to fear.
Well, steel defenders are literally programmed to feel fear.
Well, I do agree about raising morale. Some of the soldiers may have family in that village. So,
Secure the hostages first.
yeah.
Then,
Then we focus on Bright Forest.
which is the smaller target, though, where her main force is? Or. Because as soon as there is word gets out that this hostage depot was attacked, they're gonna come after us.
Yeah.
So
They also as for like what scouts have been able to find as well for kind of key things that are kind of at these station points. One of Takal's loyalist champions is stationed in Carton Village.
the call. Oh, the Blight Queen.
Yep.
Right.
So one of their high
Oh,
one of their champions is stationed in Carton Village.
that will piss her off a lot.
The some of the a couple Wyvern squads are overseeing the defense of of their fortification in Core Village.
Looks to mess at that.
And some of their more monstrous creatures are in Bright Forest.
In that case, what we need to do is isolate the Bright Forest.
Core Village is a farming village, so that would also cut off some of their food supply. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can expect aerial combatants in Core Village if Wyvern squads are stationed there.
In that case, we need.
Can we tell what Wyvern squads are there? Do we have banners of them?
Only the Blighted Queen's banner.
One thing I would suggest is that if they do have creatures of, depending on, so their champion is at the hostage village.
Carton Village. Core Village is with
Carton
the
Village?
hostages.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tartan is where their Blighted Queen's main force currently.
While I would like to get a piece of this man, I think that's better left to a more apt strike force. Hmm. Perhaps some. How close together are those two villages again? Let me zoom in.
They're a few days travel apart.
How about by what about have we heard anything on the Lattice Woods?
Ladius Woods.
Did anyone hear the last thing I said?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Ladius Woods appear to be more quiet. Like, there's still, like, of course, it's like their troops are using it to, like, move through because druids and druidic dragons and green dragons, all that shit. But it's not. Ladius Woods isn't as dense.
Right.
It's much more like
Wood.
yeah. It's much more woods. It's more like spread out. Like Bright Forest is more of an actual forest. Laddie's Woods is kind of less dense.
The only other thing that I could possibly suggest, this might sound a little orky, but a little bit of not necessarily scorched earth, but Carton Village is the one where they're using as the beachhead, right?
Yeah.
And Car Village is being
Basically, the main thing I would say, guys, doesn't whichever one we attack will affect the other one. If we want to avoid morale breakage, attack that one first, because in Ekrik's head, what he would tell you, basically, if we attack any other side first, she's most likely going to execute the hostages or kill some of them and make them into like a weird flesh golem and like send it at the walls like, hey, look what we did to your family.
Yeah.
Also,
Ever heard of a zombie clot?
Also, I believe if we attack
So, yeah.
Barton Village first, it would leave us vulnerable from being attacked from behind and unable to get back to Lapis in time.
Personally, I'd rather have us to get attacked than the wall, like the whole entire thing, get broken down.
but it would be
Because if
would be
man
better
breaks,
with the
we're fucked. That's what I will say.
we
We
need to get the hostages first. What happens afterwards, I would rather go to Bright Forest rather than Carton Village. So long
Alright.
as we can stem them from advancing from Carton Village.
I think main thing is we do need to make votes on this. My vote is
vote is
to
for
go and take the
Core Village.
hostages.
Yeah, I think Core Village would be the best first strike, and then we'll have to decide, depending on effects and events afterward, the next move. I think the most
Alright,
important
then.
thing is to get the prisoners, get our troops back, remove any pincer strikes that they could be doing, also removing any food supply that they're currently using for ourselves. I think it's just the best strategic move at the moment to take Core Village back first. And then, my opinion, as it stands, would be to take out Bright Forest, remove her resources of making more troops here. Then we can take on their main forest, because that way they're not reinforcing from the forest.
Honestly, there is a
All
way
in
that we.
favor?
I don't like suggesting this, but above game, but the fact that it is a forest is also a threat because if she is a high level druid, she is going to be able to teleport
She is.
through the trees. So
I don't think that overcomes the advantage of taking Core Village first.
yeah, that does not overtake that. But one thing that I would probably suggest is that later on, instead of if we have to, like last resort for Bright Forest, we might have to like scorch earth some of it, just to as a preventative measure that they can't use it.
I will say that it never really got used because it wouldn't be usable in the terrain you were in when you were fighting Verval. On Verval's spell, like innate spells, he had Tree Stride.
Yeah, so being able to cut off that ability of Tree Stride would be quite effective.
Like that, like Tree
All in
Stride.
favor
Tree
of
Stride
Core
is
Village?
actually Tree Stride is actually pretty common for green dragons of high power to learn.
I think we've
Yeah, 'cause
already
there's no
established
escape.
that Core Village is the first target.
Yeah. But I think
All right.
any
Which one
other
was
debate
that?
are going to be moots, because things will change drastically after we reclaim that village. Because the Bloody
Which
King's
one,
not going to just sit by and let us do it.
Which one was that? Like what?
Core.
Yeah,
The
I
The
understand. Bob.
hostage one.
Okay.
So, Core
Alright, shall we
Village
be-
is your first target.
Yes.
Alright, should we head out now?
Let's see.
Because that's up to general.
We
Let's
also,
See. We'll be sent. If you're up for it, we'll be sending you on the initial strike team to take out their key troops.
Alright.
And we'll
I-
and we can move in a few squadrons to help take and maintain the rest of them.
I think it would
Okay.
behoove us to bring Hina along, because she can make infiltrating the village incredibly easy.
is Merlin a joke to you?
Apparently so.
Like,
What do you
And
think
literally
I'm
wild
implying?
shape into any kind of thing to scout.
pass without a
Yes.
trace, but
But I am talking about getting in to the village.
Are you talking like stone shape or pass wall?
Yes.
I think druids can do both those, can't they?
Not pass wall, but I can do stone shape.
Yeah, in stone shape you can make a wall on like a stone surface.
I
Oh.
also have access to
Okay.
scrying magic.
yeah.
I've been wanting to use this feature of this thing Hina got.
The main thing is, I just don't want to get Hina killed, because she really isn't prepared for this.
Like she's only like 3 years old.
I don't. I really like. Egret already has PTSD. I don't want to
Okay.
give a child PTSD.
Well, she's not. She's not a child. Like she's a full-grown adult
Oh, I
for
know.
for Harpy.
Yeah. Still.
Yeah.
I'm talking about basically half of the harpies.
Pass wall sounds so fun for getting into a fortified place.
Yeah, but
That's a good
here's the
idea.
thing: it's still a fortified place. Like,
Yeah, Wyvern Riders are no joke.
Yeah.
look,
And honestly,
we-
we're probably going to be dealing with the Wyvern Riders more than like we're going to be getting into the village, because we're really just trying to wipe out the more elite forces so that
Yeah, take out the
squadron in general
champion.
sense can mop
no,
up the rest
the
and take
champion
over.
is in Carton Village.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I thought something was big was at the village.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
So-
a battalion of what? It's a
But-
group of Wyvern Riders. However, in this case, I think the best case scenario is that unless they're going, we should do this at night, because if we do it at night, we will. There is a far less chance of us messing up.
True, but do remember most of their forces are made out of dragon aligned kin, and ours is not. So most
And-
likely, all of their force has dark vision. Ours nearly barely any of our force has dark vision.
For a squad to get in and out, I'm pretty sure
Yes.
that all of
Yeah, but,
everyone here has dark vision.
yes,
my-
but we need to think
Can
about
I
the
finish
army,
my
mate, not
freaking
us.
sentence, please?
Okay.
Because our job is to get in there and take out things that would make the job for the rest of the forces easier in the morning. The reason why we're coming in at night is because despite the fact that they have dark vision, they can only see in shades of gray. Even with dark vision, they don't have true sight or magical enhanced dark vision unless there is an actual dragon there that is an adult or older. Then we would be in trouble. However, the fact is that when we go in there with Merlin's help, with all the other stuff that we could possibly can do under the cover of darkness, we are going to be able to get in, get out, and do what we have to do.
What you're really saying is not night then, but more like dusk, like it's about to become day, but not fully. Because if we go at night, they're going to definitely figure out before our force even arrives.
Should we head out now then, so that we can make it there by nightfall?
See you guys. No, I am back on my laptop now.
Okay, so the
Nice.
real quick, the kind of like the two objectives for Core Village: take out their Wyvern Riders and other key troops, and the like rescuing prisoners.
Also, if the Wyvern Rider commander's there, glances at Mess, looks forward, our objective is to take them alive.
Yes.
Yes, if any commanding officers can be taken alive, do so.
We might have to see if we can get Fenris for this job. Something tells me she would be very good at it.
She's already
Getting in and getting.
She's already.
Oh, she's already on assignment.
She's already on another assignment.
Yeah, who do we?
Question comes:
All right,
do
then.
we want to try to prison break first, so that they don't kill hostages while we battle their elite troops?
We can get in, get
Yes,
out,
I think that.
and do a prison break
I-
that way. That would be effective. You were
Yes,
saying,
I
Graham?
think we should do that. Yes, I think we should get them out of the village first.
You know, you could create a spell scroll, right?
Spell ops.
It takes days to make one, I believe.
First level.
Depending on the spell's level.
Like 1 day for first level, 3 for second level.
Yeah.
Boss 5th, so that would
I
take
mean, cheap.
too long.
A third level takes a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, scrolls take so
Shall
long
we head
to
out
make.
now? Shall we head out now so we can make it there by nightfall?
The better.
What do you think, General?
All right then.
Yes, I'll make sure the backup troops will be ready before long.
If possible, try to have as many people with dark vision as possible.
Yes,
Or at least have them be supplemented with things that could
Goggles of
potentially
night.
get
and
no potions of dark vision.
yes, and
Would be better.
Yes, and I'll make sure a medical unit is sent along as well, if in case any captives have any injuries.
Good.
So so as soon as you can free them, you can bring them to the medical unit.
All right.
One more thing. Do we have a scroll of silence? Or Merlin, you can cast silence, right?
I can cast silence too.
We have 2 other divine casters who are either capable.
If we can get close enough to the wall, if they have any palisades or gates up, well, if with a little bit of quiet, they won't be there for long. Cracks Knuckles.
I do have ability to make doors in stone that were not previously there, so we can make some creative entrances and escapes.
Can you turn into ooh. Perhaps if we can find out where they're being held, we can potentially burrow underneath the town.
Do we know where, or do we know the names of any of the people that have been captured?
Let's see here.
Because I have scrying today.
Some adventurers, and mercenaries, other people. Let's see.
Any mercenaries we've hired in the past? Because we have hired some mercenaries.
The I'll say you don't know about the current whereabouts of Baradad. And there is a possibility that Nevara could have been captured as well.
You see Kaku tense a little at that.
Because they could have been part of like scouting parties that didn't do well. And having a scribe on a scouting party is actually pretty good. A tome warlock with scrying.
If we did do the digging
Sending.
underground,
Yeah.
That requires us to take that requires us to
Hina.
take Hina, and we already agreed that we're
I'm
not
just-
doing that.
all right.
Meanwhile,
Also,
we
makes a lot of
have
noise.
we
I think the
have a
majority
group.
of the majority of the party is kind of in the agreement of like keep her at base, not just for her protection and mental stability, but also she's probably the best caretaker for right now for for the dragon egg that still has yet to hatch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
also
I understand.
a very important thing is that not only can Merlin transform into a giant badger, which has a burrowing speed, he can also turn me into a giant badger, and we could just burrow down from any point, burrow into the frickin' base.
I just can't wait for the day that Merlin learns shape changing and turn into a big feathery dragon.
Oh yeah. Mathable spells, here I come.
All right then.
So that Snow, that a good plan? Double badger, diggy hole.
I mean, we don't know what we're looking at for that, but that's a possibility.
All right.
Yeah, let's find out what we're looking at.
So I can scry and probably get a good. Because I know where it is geographically on the map, so I could use scrying to scry on a location.
Yeah.
All right then.
Try to see
So
some
you know what we're
familiar
going into,
faces.
so I know what to prepare.
All right. I don't have.
I will.
So that I won't be ready for scrying and doing the mission today, but today was kind of more for like establishing what where do we want to tackle next? What's next on the agenda?
It is 1 o'clock, so it's about the time we usually end, anyways. So that'll be a good place to pick up next time.
Well,
we'll be
alright.
scrying on the village.
We'd usually go for like one more hour from now, but yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it's good to have.
I mean,
You're not prepared.
this is still a pretty
for
good stopping point.
You can't really.
I'm not prepared for like going into the next thing immediately. I kind of needed this session to be like, what do we want to do next, so I can know what to get work
Plan.
on.
Yeah, we needed to.
If you
get
need
some
any
direction.
village maps, I can get you some, Shadow.
I can find whatever I need. I probably got plenty of that. I
Right.
just need to go through in my fucking maps folder and Pinterest.
Best thing that we can do is think of ways that we could potentially get into the village, especially if we can get a way to like distract the freaking Wyvern Riders. Then again, if we are going at night, we could easily just burrow under the ground at night when the Wyverns and their riders are sleeping, and literally just dig into the frickin' holding cell out of range of any sort of alarm spell or anything, and just pull all the people in, then seal the door behind them, and then seal the ground back up while everybody escapes. And then it's like one of those locked room scenarios where it's like, where the fuck did they all go? Bamboozle the fuck out of these guys, and then they get freaking killed for their incompetence and turned into a blob of bleh.
I do think that we should go stealthy route to the village because there will probably be Wyvern Riders flying in the sky looking out for it.
Yep. The
Yeah.
goal is to rescue the prisoners before we're detected, and then
Yeah.
fuck their shit up.
Is there any more plan we need to do, or would it be good to start heading towards the village?
I mean, the only thing that Merlin wants to do at the moment is to scry on the village so that we know what we're looking at as far as planning wise for that end. So he knows what spells he needs to prepare before we leave.
Well, it will probably take a day or two to get there, I think. Right?
Yeah, it's a couple days away.
Okay.
And besides, it would probably be good to not use the road because the road is probably being watched.
Even in like regardless of like what path you take, you're definitely going to want to travel at a stealthy pace.
Yeah.
Because
So
they're like because they'll undoubtedly have their own patrols.
We're a small shock troop.
behind enemy lines.
Yeah, you're
Behind it.
Wait, you're the infantry.
Wait. I just thought of something.
We're the British commandos from Command and Conquer, not Command and Conquer, Company of Heroes.
Yep.
Do you want to know what just arrived though? That could possibly give us an edge.
What?
Shadow. How stealthy can that boat be?
McGuckets?
Oh God, no!
To draw.
And that was all way over here.
No, the flaming boat for the Smoldering Legion.
It's on fire, so I wouldn't say they're very stealthy.
And it's an airship.
Yeah.
And that thing, it shines like a beacon at night.
It has like a fiery glow to it. It is intentionally made for intimidation.
Yeah, it is not built for stealth.
Okay, then in that case.
Yeah, the major thing is like Ekrug's mother is like very religious when it comes to that. So just think about like how Ekrug is, but without the silliness and the chaosness, and then just go pure just brutality and killing, and
so
a lot of a certain god.
Let's see. So that's there. And I'm assuming the Silver Saint is obviously not as easily detected at night when she flies. Right?
I don't think she'll be coming with us.
Oh, can I elaborate on my plan before?
Sure.
So remember when I said that distractionary force? Smoldering Legion goes out like this way to like form like a bulkhead thing, using their big, bright, shiny ship to attract enemy attention. Like ringing the gong on like maybe some of the abominations in there, possibly taking some of the Wyvern Riders' attention. Meanwhile, Silver Saint flies us in behind Car Village, drops us off. We come in from behind the village, dig a hole.
I would say it would be better for Silver Saint to do other things, because we could easily just move up and just dig a hole. We don't need to be dropped. And do remember, Abyss, at the moment we've got that shield up that stops flyers. So that means all the flyers that she can't send at us right now are attacking any air assets that go out of Lapis.
What about the Black Dragon Queen lady? She's probably still in the swamp, right?
Yeah, and I believe our alliance is pretty tentative.
Yeah, like
it's more of a
it's more of a
Fergie is to.
It's more like she's like very neutral in like she is only helping because it will because it's in her favor for her survival.
In her best
And I
interest.
think the only ones she would help
That's
would
why-
be these villages that are surrounding the swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why she's only been helping in the back lines with cargo and shit.
Then in that case, what about river? By river.
It'd probably take a lot longer.
It would
Then
take.
two
Oh
days.
yeah, because we're probably going upstream.
We would have to go there. We would be going upstream all the way up to like this point, back around. But
Yeah, that
And
would
that would
probably-
probably
we
take a
still know
week.
what we're looking at as far as
It would.
what the village is. Does it have stone walls? Is it a village? Is it a town? Like what?
It's kind of
We don't-
like it's probably like at the point of like not quite big enough to be a town, but a little bigger than just a little village. Because
they probably have like
it's a
wooden
decent
defensive
it's
walls.
a decent farming community area.
Is it at least fortified?
Yes, it does have like some fortifications to it.
Okay.
I believe the farmland wouldn't be fortified, but for the people it would be.
Yeah,
the
like-
village itself where the buildings are.
With such a close proximity to the woods, that would probably mean they probably got some palisades going, or at least
Actually, I like that idea.
Hang on.
but you don't know for certain, so yet.
Actually, I like that idea, Biss, of us instead of going this route, go.
Oh no!
this...
I wasn't suggesting we go up through the woods because that would bring us too close to Bright Forest. Yes, we would potentially have cover from the tree line, but at the same time, if we do that, then we're going to run the risk of potential of, oh hey, look, a giant dragon popping out of a tree.
Yeah. Like,
Okay, I see your point.
And basically, it's going to be
Well, hold
also-
on.
Also,
Hold on. Tree stride only works on trees that they know of.
Also,
That
tree
they have
stride and
interacted
transfer via
with.
plants is two different spells.
There are two different. Yeah, there are two different spells. Tree stride is if you can see the tree, you can travel. You can travel between them.
Yeah.
And plant what?
Travel via plants is the big like. You could go
Yeah.
anywhere in the world as long as there's a tree there you've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Transport via
and I
plants is-
doubt they've
You
had
can walk
enough
through a
time
tree
to.
another.
I doubt they've had time to look at every tree in this forest.
But
Not every tree, it's just one.
but also
They need.
but also like going through the woods would be quicker for staying off the main road, but it's also more dangerous because you guys will be the advanced party as you are a small
Yeah.
enough unit.
Yeah, we're literally there to
I think that's a
hit, and that's it.
I think that's a good idea though, for us to do that because it would be quicker and more stealthy to get there like that.
Don't you think that they would expect people to come from the woods anyway?
Yeah, possibly, but they also if you're stealthy enough, you can avoid any unnecessary fights on the way that the troops later can take care of.
Yeah, that's why I think we should
So
do that because it makes the most sense to me.
so it's like if you can stealth through, no unnecessary fight. If you're not stealthy enough, maybe a couple extra encounters here and there.
I mean, I think that's expected if we take the road as well. So I see this as high risk but high reward.
Whereas
I like the forest idea.
if you did like commission Old Man McGucket's speedboat, you could get to the river quicker, but it'd still take a longer than going through the woods.
Also, he needs to get from here to Lapis.
He's not that far out.
Is he not? I thought we took the.
You took it from Mitra. See that purple dot?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
From Mitra to the Emerald Forest.
Okay, I see.
Then,
It would probably take him at least a day or two to get to it, though.
but
Maybe?
the
Oh,
thing
no.
is that if we're going to be stealthing through the forest, I don't want to just come to here and then just go straight. I want to come out behind them, and then potentially get out. Because the thing is, wherever we go here, there's no good spot to stage this.
So what you're saying is we advance first, go behind it, wait for confirmation that the extra forces are
At least
somewhere
on
around here,
route,
and we do a pincer attack.
basically. We need to make sure that that we can get behind enemy lines, that our main force can be here, but also we need to make sure that they cannot have any reinforcement coming from Carton Village or the Bright Forest.
All right, then.
That's going to be an unfeasible thing. The way we're going to prevent reinforcements is being stealthy until we've achieved goal 1, and then quickly clean up by being prepared and being in position. Because if we could do it, in one fell swoop, then they won't have time to try to call for reinforcements.
Yeah.
Because do you remember whatever reinforcements come, they're going to have to need at least 30 minutes to an hour to even get there. Even on
or even
flight,
a day,
it's
probably.
still going to take time. And we are attacking the major, Wyvern place.
Yeah.
So we're already hitting their main, other aerial assets.
Yeah, basically.
We're hitting their airfield, basically.
Yeah.
If we can,
so we don't have to worry about
knocking out
reinforcements unless we really fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
we
do, just not the quick ones.
Yeah.
What we do need to work, one thing that we do need to do, not only do we have to pack things to kill shit really quick, we also have to pack fire. The more fire we have, the less bodies they can recycle.
Looks at Ikaru and Mest.
I've literally got a flamethrower. I'll be able to burn down the whole village.
Hell,
looks over his shoulder at his staff of fire.
Yeah, I think
we've got enough fire
so
to
much
burn
fire.
down the
Rodor, I think
Just
we have.
At all times.
Rodor, I think we got that covered.
I think honestly, you have so much fire.
Literal firepower.
Yeah, I have so much literal firepower that if your party name wasn't the Wandering Spirits, it probably would have been Firestorm.
Yeah,
that name was one of my suggestions that got turned down.
Well,
it's a good name, but I don't think it fit it.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
It was a little.
But I do like Wandering
Spirits
just more.
It was a little too edgy and epic at the time.
Yeah. So, are we in agreement?
Yeah, I agree. I'm on board for the sneaking through the forest plan. But moreover, before we leave, I want to scry on the village so that we know what we're looking at.
Oh, hang on.
I think he doesn't have a picture of the village yet.
Yeah. I'm saying for next session.
Yeah.
Okay. Can one of the people you scry on be, what's it, Mest's thing?
That's right. We met her.
Could, yeah.
Because doesn't he have an item? What she has, or something? I thought he had something from her.
At the very least, familiar with her.
Yeah.
And
he would be able to give a perfect description because you already know what she looks like.
I mean, I've seen her. She was on the boat.
And I believe, I believe Mest has some of her hair. I don't know.
It was something.
Does Mest have a memento of his?
I don't know.
His past.
He's muted.
I'm asking. He can hear me. I hope.
Also,
Sorry, I
Nope.
didn't realize I was
Hang on,
muted.
there we
I
go.
was eating. Yeah.
Yeah, Mess, do you have anything from her?
No, I don't
Damn.
think I do.
Oh,
Damn
God
it.
damn it.
Didn't she give you something like a
I thought for
dagger or
sure you
something?
said you had something of her from her.
He had a
I
feather.
thought she gave you a lock of hair.
I think he only ever talked about that feather he had that he got from like some. That's
Oh,
something,
right.
That's from something else.
Oh,
no,
right.
found it on the
We did
middle of the
learn that
road.
in the library, and that
Cool.
we learned that in the library, and the rainbow scale I have is an enemy to what the mess feather is from. But yeah, and also Snow, I think I don't think you would need to cast scrying right before we leave, but on the way, because it's going to take a day or two to get there.
Well, I just want to
I
make sure
think
I'm
he
not
has to
gonna-
be sitting still. But yeah, we'll be good.
Yeah.
And last thing for me, Carmel, you don't want to do it before you go, because if he finds that something massive, you kind of want to tell the main person who's actually running this thing.
Military operation.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally the general's there. If you come across a massive thing what's like, holy shit, that's going to change the whole entire war, you need to tell the general.
Well, I doubt they would have something that big in a hostage area.
I have
They would
two
probably
spell
have
slots
it
I
more
could use
lighted.
to cast scrying before we
Here's the thing.
leave.
I will at least to say without even needing scrying, there is an importance to each position, and taking each position out will be important.
Yeah, I understood that.
And
We just don't know why they're important.
So if Merlin scries now, do you just want to give him like a
He's not scrying now, mate.
Okay, I thought you
talked about that.
Yeah,
I thought you said it would be.
We've been trying
I thought
to
you
end
said
for
it would
like
be
the
a
past
good idea.
20 minutes.
Yeah, we've just been discussing.
I thought we were going. Shadow said we were going to 1.
I said we usually go to 1. Like I'm fine with ending off now because I'm tired.
Okay.
And I want to order my
things.
Domino's.
I'm tired. I don't have anything else really prepared. I just like this. I just needed this to be a session of like, what are we gonna do next?
Yeah, the only thing I would have been trying to go for is to get shouted at by my mom.
Yeah, that'll come at a time I have more energy for that.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm happy that you're doing that, that way.
That can probably if I have more energy at the time, that could probably be after the scrying before going into the mission.
Okay.
Completely up to you though.
Depends on how I want to tackle the situation.
So we're stopping there.
If he physically tackles you or not.
Yes.
There's definitely
we're continuing it for another 5 hours.
Yeah,
All right, good. I would love to.
Yeah,
take care, Lapis.
I will end there.
I hope you have a good nap, and make sure you get something to eat, please.
I had a hot pocket earlier.
Okay, guess that is technically food.
It's food on a technicality.
Yeah, it's literally Hot Pockets are the thing. What's like
Pop-Tart tier food.
Yeah,
for a working man, it's food.
It's just Pop-Tarts, but with meat and cheese instead of pie filling.
Why do now I need a GIF where it's just Ekruk like with his legs crossed, with a big bowl in front of him, and he's just eating Hot Pockets, just shoving them into his mouth. It's just like
just fucking shove it in their hole.
Jason, if you're able to I hope next campaign maybe you'd be able to join it if you are free on Saturday mornings.
Oh, Jason's
it's not that I'm not free. It's just I'm not an early riser.
He's trying to limit his game intake to 2 games, and he's already so invested with Chef's Game and
Well, you say
Chronicle.
well, you say that, Abyss, but I have shown interest in the Snows game. It's just I work on Mondays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, because we usually try to start 9 a.m. roughly.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the pings on the server. I know you guys usually start at like 9 in the morning.
But
I personally wouldn't be opposed to starting like 1 hour later from.
I wouldn't.
Start at 10.
It's whatever y'all are comfortable
Yeah.
with.
Well, think about it this way: the clocks are about to spring forward. Oh God, Rhea! Jesus.
Anyway, I'm gonna
My
get
dog
off now
is-
so I can get my food ordered. I'll see you you all later. Take care, guys.
I
Have
am
a good
going
have a good day,
to
my dude.
be going
Oh,
because
and
my
Jason,
dog is.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Before you go, Abyss,
later.
He's already gone.
damn it.
He already left.
Yeah,
You can message him.
and I'm gonna
Or wait till later this evening.
take off before I get dragged into the conversation because I need to go die now.
Go sleep.
Okay.
Go to sleep.
For God's
I'm
sake.
losing food.
I'm sorry. I wanted.
Yeah.